What's going on, guys? It's Basili12 here, coming at you with another video. Today we are going to be playing some Clash Royale, and I am going to be covering my second 12 win in a challenge, which I got using this deck right here. It's a very, very solid deck. I believe I did use this from start to finish. Very solid deck. You got the Bandit, which recently got buffed. You have the Night Witch, which recently got nerfed, but it's still very, very strong. And you also have the Three Musketeers, which I'm starting to see more and more of in this current meta, well, tournament-wise. And it also uses the Battle Ram. The Zap, Ice Spirit, and Ice Golem are very, very good defensive cards, defensive and offensive support cards. So we're gonna watch the last three replays. The closest match I had was the last replay I'll show you for the 12th win. I honestly thought that I could have probably lost that one, and I'll let you know why I thought that when we get to that replay. So right now I am going to start off the pump. Usually I don't like starting off the game with a pump because it opens myself to a very, very strong push, like they did right here. But I was able to manage for the most part. So I was able to stop that Battle Ram. I did take damage from my pump, but my pump is still up. And now I have to deal with this push on the right side. And I think I was able to handle it pretty well. My Night Witch was able to get some good damage, so I'm pretty happy about that. Here I'm still very, very low on elixir, and I'm trying to pump up because this deck is all about being able to create an elixir advantage going into overtime, and then when the double elixir kicks in, just swarming them. And you'll see the pushes that I do. The pushes that I do are very, very hard to stop. I think he takes the tower here. But the pushes that when I do commit, the pushes are very, very heavy and difficult to stop because I am pushing very, very strongly in both lanes, and the person has to be able to choose which lane they want to defend. So I'm just going to zap to slow down that Goblin Gang right there. Here, I'm actually still sitting pretty comfortably because I know that in overtime I could probably start swarming him. I don't usually show Three Musketeers in regular elixir, but you will see some exceptions in which I do so. He does Tornado, he takes out that, those two Muskies on the side, so I go with the Battle Ram, Ice Spirit, Bandit, Night Witch, all in this lane. And right here, this is tower down. And then I zap, all that's down. Bandit's going in, takes out the Executioner. Still got that Musketeer still up. I got another Battle Ram coming down. Forced to Fireball, and there we go, that's one tower down. And then the next tower I'm going for is going to be the right. I dropped my Musketeers in the pocket. I was hoping that they wouldn't target onto that. I was hoping that they wouldn't target onto the Valk, but no matter. And here I'm dropping another Battle Ram, and in double elixir, you'll see how this deck sort of turns into a you're constantly playing offense, and they're constantly playing defense, and your offense will break through, which is what you want. So it's a good game against Max THC from the Stoners. So this next replay is going to be against a bait player, and I gotta give it to him. He was pretty good for having level 6 Rocket and level 6 Dark Goblin, because I'm not sure, for all you who are unaware, challenges you get matched up with people who are exactly where you're at until you get up to 8 wins. So if you're 6 wins, 2 losses, you'll get matched up against someone with 6 wins, 2 losses. After 8 wins, you get matched with anybody who has, you get matched up against anybody from 8 wins to 12 wins. So he could be playing me for his 12th win, while I was playing him for my 11th. It just sort of goes all over the place. So he has at least 8 wins, 1 loss. Here I just do Balram opposite lane because he just committed a lot of elixir. I do make some mistakes here. I did underestimate exactly how much elixir he had. So right now I'm just trying to reset and get a pump down. And I'm fine with him rocketing my pump every single time. There's a reason. I also keep placing my pump in the center because that does not allow him to rocket my pump and also get tower damage, which is the last thing I want when playing against bait. So I'm just going to zap that little goblin gang over there. Let his little stab golems do some damage to my pump, but my pump is still up and still going to get some value. I was actually pretty happy here when he let my Night Witch get to his tower, because my Night Witch is going to do quite a bit of damage. And right now we're just sort of waiting for double elixir. We are going to put a pump down to have a pump going up in double elixir, just to really push that, to really stress the elixir advantage I'm going to be at. Again, and then right now is when I'm going to start going on the offense. So I waited a little too long there. I was waiting for him to do something, and I was perfectly fine with him rocketing my push because that would put him low on elixir to try and stop my my opposite lane push. So right there, I sort of got a sense of what he was doing. So I'm just gonna drop my musketeers again, and he's playing. I know that he's putting down a lot of elixir. So if he was to rocket something, he wouldn't be able to, because once he would rocket, it would leave him way too vulnerable to another push, and that's tower down on the right side, because he decided to protect his left tower. So it's a good game against awesome HT Hawk from the Banana Pandas. So we're going to go into this last replay. It is against a P.E.K.K.A. Executioner deck. This deck was very, very difficult to play against for the reasons of I don't have much to distract his P.E.K.K.A. with. So what I was trying to do was take out his P.E.K.K.A. with like my Bandit, my Musketeers, and also my Night Witch. And it worked, but it's always scary playing against a P.E.K.K.A. deck when you don't have many counters to the P.E.K.K.A. because the last thing you want is that P.E.K.K.A. to connect onto your tower. And it's once the P.E.K.K.A. connects, it's basically GG right there. So I'm just going to use an Ice Spirit to sort of slow that Night Witch up so she doesn't get any damage to my tower. I did drop an early 3 Musketeers. I'm not entirely sure what my thought process was on that, but I'm going with a battle round. Right when I saw that P.E.K.K.A., I was like, okay, this is gonna be interesting. It was both good and bad. I do make a misplay on my Ice Golem. I meant to play it one tile to the right, but the Night Witch is actually pretty impressive. I did not know that the Night Witch could actually take a hit from the P.E.K.K.A. and still be okay. And then my Bandit gets a nice little charge shot onto the tower. So I wasn't too upset about that. And I'm just going to let this Night Witch do what she's going to do. I do have to play a battle round defensively, so that Night Witch doesn't do too much damage to my tower though. So right here I'm going to pump up. My Barbarians do get some nice damage onto that tower. So right now I'm going to pump up. This is a very long game. It does go into overtime. But the nice thing about tournaments is that you don't have to be super stressed out about going into overtime because you have 3 minutes. Unless you're playing for a draw, it can get a bit annoying. So this is well played on his part. He keeps tornadoing my musketeers together so that I can't split them. So what I should have been doing when he was doing that was playing my playing my musketeers behind the king tower, because that way, as you saw in the first replay I showed you, he can't tornado them together to the same lane, because they'll start splitting up, and then when he does tornado them, the king tower will keep them from going down different lanes. So again, he tornadoes them together, which I was sort of expecting, but I knew his P.E.K.K.A was out of rotation. So right here, I just keep going, and my my barbarians do connect, and then my bandit also connects, and I had a musketeer also on the tower. So that's a good game to characters, I'm just gonna say. So last thing I will do is, ooh, I still got some confetti going down. Is that like a new effect or something? I don't know, I think that's pretty cool. So we're gonna open up this chest. See what we get. We got gold. Okay, that's awesome. We can upgrade a card. A card. These upgrades get really expensive. 6 mini P.E.K.K.A s. Don't really use mini P.E.K.K.A. We got a P.E.K.K.A. Don't really use that, and also don't really use arrows. So we do use gold though. So I will upgrade common to level 12. I'm thinking about upgrading the knight. I'm not gonna upgrade the Royal Giant. I'm not a Royal Giant player. Barbs are good, but I don't really use barbs too much. Valk's also good, but I can get 20,000 gold pretty quickly. So we're just gonna upgrade the knight to level 12. Very, very solid card altogether. And there's the upgrades for the level 12 knight. Got some XP. We got a ways to go before we're level 13. So this is gonna be the end of the video. This is Basiliu12 signing off. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video.